From the footage of a Russian surface-to-air missile system firing on itself in a bizarre malfunction to the worst aviation disaster in US history in 1979 of American Airlines flight, these reminders of the inherent risks involved in pushing the boundaries of flights in the blue sky. Watch till the end and let us know your thoughts in the comments section. Let's get it on. A pilot's overly aggressive maneuvering and overconfidence were blamed in an investigation when the military has released video showing the moments just before a C-17 crashed in July in Alaska. At a Texas air show over the weekend in 2022, two vintage World War II planes crashed into each other, and no one knows any reason why. The short clip shows two Sukhoi Su-25s, worth an estimated £9.4 million each. The Su-25 aircraft was reportedly taking off from the annexed Ukrainian territory of Crimea. As the Russian jets take off, they both arc to the left. Suddenly, one of the jets drops out of the sky, slamming into the ground in an enormous explosion. Dramatic footage captures the moment a Russian fighter jet crashes to earth in a huge fireball moments after takeoff, sending plumes of black smoke pouring into the sky. Don't forget to press the like button, subscribe, and comment what do you think of these catastrophic damages.
Hey, Mama! Get over here! Get over here!
Ебать! Пиздец раз... Ебать!
A plane crushes car with water. Oh my God. A funny plane dance. An Algerian Air Force 276 transport aircraft crashed shortly after takeoff, resulting in the deaths of all 257 people on board. The accident was attributed to a combination of factors, including overloading and insufficient training.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
22nd of August 2015, a 1950s Hawker Hunter fighter jet came down as it was performing a loop in Shoreham Airshow in Brighton, southeast England.
Holy crap.
Dramatic video captures the moment a Russian surface-to-air missile system fires on itself in a bizarre malfunction. In the footage, the missile can be seen shooting into the sky before turning mid-air and slamming back into where it came from in an enormous explosion. many other interesting moments as well. Please stay and watch our next video.
Hang on to that rudder, baby. There's what we call a ground. We'll go all the way around. That's us.
In 2015, when US Airways Flight 1549 loses engine power, moments after leaving LaGuardia, there's only one option: an emergency landing on the Hudson. The U-2 spy plane is really hard to land. Capable of flying as high as 70,000 feet, the plane is a flying marvel. However, it's not so great at landing. Temporary wheels called pogos help the plane take off. The wheels get left behind when the plane leaves the runway. This leaves the plane with just 2 sets of wheels. These wheels are lined up just like a bicycle. The plane's massive wingspan makes it very difficult to control. All of this adds up to a very complicated landing process, and finally, it was safe. American Airlines Flight 191 was a tragic aviation accident that occurred on May 25, 1979. It involved a McDonnell Douglas DC-10 aircraft operating a scheduled flight from O'Hare International Airport in Chicago to Los Angeles International Airport. The loss of hydraulic control made it extremely challenging for the pilots to maintain control of the aircraft. Despite their efforts, the DC-10 rolled to the left and crashed into an open field near the airport just moments after takeoff. It's the worst aviation disaster in US history. The leaked video shows the 100 million pound fighter jet F-35 accelerating up the ramp of HMS Queen Elizabeth's flight deck. It crashed into the Mediterranean, never managing to take off. This plane landing at Skiathos Airport in Greece, approaching too low. This is Airbus A32neo. Spain is situated on the Iberian Peninsula, sharing borders with Portugal to the west and France to the northeast. It's surrounded by the Atlantic Ocean to the northwest and the Mediterranean Sea to the east and south. High above the picturesque landscape of the Spanish countryside, paraglider named Alex embarked on what he expected to be a thrilling adventure in the skies. With the wind beneath his wings and the sun on his face, he soared gracefully, feeling a sense of exhilaration and freedom that only flying could provide. Little did he know that this day would become a true test of courage and resilience. As Alex glided through the air, marveling at the breathtaking views below, he noticed a subtle change in the feel of his paraglider. Panic began to rise within him when he realized that something was amiss with his parachute. Frantically pulling on the cords, he desperately tried to open it, but to his horror, the parachute remained stubbornly closed. He scanned the landscape for a safe landing spot, but the ground below was a patchwork of forests and rocky terrain. Despite the pain, Alex remained conscious and knew that his ordeal was not over yet. With determination in his heart, he decided to aim for an open field he spotted in the distance. The ground rushed up to meet him, and the impact was harsh, jolting his entire body. Like a miracle, he escapes death. Bless him. A car traveling along a mountainside road in China was nearly pushed into a river during a sudden rock slide. Dashcam footage of the incident shows a white Toyota SUV slowly traveling along the narrow path before stopping in front of some loose rock falling down a roadside hill. Suddenly, the trickle of stones turned into an enormous landslide as tons of large rocks came tumbling down the mountainside. Only 1 second later, luck did not come to this driver. Either the car could have been hit by a falling rock, or it might have been lying on the bed of a fast-flowing river in front of him. So lucky. Florida is a southeastern state located in the United States. Florida is a large peninsula that extends into the Atlantic Ocean and the Gulf of Mexico. It's the only state in the contiguous United States that borders with the Atlantic Ocean and the Gulf of Mexico. With approximately 1,350 miles of coastline, Florida boasts numerous beautiful beaches, coastal dunes, and estuaries. On a warm, sunny day in the heart of the Florida Everglades, a thrill-seeking man named Mark embarked on an airboat ride with his wife. They were excited to explore the unique and captivating wetland ecosystem, hoping to catch a glimpse of some Florida's famous wildlife. As the airboat glided effortlessly through the marshy waters, Mark couldn't help but feel a rush of excitement as he took out his camera to capture the mesmerizing scenery. With each passing moment, the chances of witnessing a thrilling encounter seemed to intensify. Suddenly, the alligator surprised both by hoisting itself onto the boat's edge. A hushed gasp swept through them as they held their breath, unsure of what would happen next. The terrifying video of the gator crawling onto the boat would forever remind his dangerous but amazing memory.
Oh my!
Between 5 and 4 and all that. I mean, we were parked in the way.
Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ!
But I'd already. They played 9 holes and they were like.
Don't forget to press the like button, subscribe, and comment what do you think of these amazing moments. Tenerife Airport is located in the municipality of San Cristobal de la Laguna, in the northeastern part of the island of Tenerife, Spain. Tenerife Airport serves as an important transportation hub, connecting Tenerife with various domestic and international destinations. The Tenerife Airport disaster is widely regarded as the deadliest aviation accident in history. It occurred on March 27, 1977, at Los Rodeos Airport, now known as Tenerife North Airport, in the Canary Islands, Spain. The disaster was a result of a series of unfortunate events and miscommunications. The accident involved 2 Boeing 747 aircraft. One was operated by KLM Royal Dutch Airlines, and the other was operated by Pan Am. The disaster unfolded when both aircraft were diverted to Los Rodeos Airport due to a bomb threat at their intended destination, Gran Canaria Airport. The large aircraft congested the limited ramp space at Los Rodeos, resulting in some planes having to park on the taxiway. Amidst the chaotic situation, an air traffic controller mistakenly instructed the KLM aircraft to take off while the Pan Am aircraft was still on the runway, intending to exit via a taxiway. This miscommunication led to a critical situation. The KLM aircraft, attempting to take off, collided with the Pan Am aircraft that was still on the runway. The impact caused the KLM aircraft to break apart and burst into flames, while the Pan Am aircraft suffered significant damage, including a rupture in its fuel tank. We aim to gain a deeper understanding of the complexities surrounding air travel and the continuous efforts to make flying safer for passengers and crew alike. Now, let's see more interesting moments of worst plane and helicopter landing fails. Oh my God! No! Footage of the TransAsia Airways crash in Taipei appears to show the plane hitting the bridge moments before plunging into a river. This is the dramatic moment showing the plane touching down on the tarmac, with the heavy landing causing one of its wheel bogies to detach and bounce into the air. Landing in the sandy desert was probably not the best option because the plane ended up falling apart. It landed with only one wheel left, and this plane couldn't reach the finish line. Like being entangled in a spider's web, the plane whirled and failed miserably.
Go ahead, Fred. Oh, he's just... That's not looking good.
You got it. You got it.
This plane made a circle before it hit the ground and caught fire. The Virgin Atlantic Boeing 747, which was forced to make an emergency landing after suffering landing gear problems. Emirates plane engulfed in flames after crash landing at Dubai Airport. This pilot landed in the snow and did a few donuts around. Two pilots in New Zealand have attempted a dramatic takeoff from a beach after their single-engine plane crash-landed there. So amazing. Air France Flight 447 accident. The Air France Flight 447 accident remains a notable event in aviation history. Air France Flight 447 was an international flight from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil to Paris, France. The aircraft involved was an Airbus A330-203. The aircraft encountered severe weather conditions over the Atlantic Ocean, particularly in the region known as the Intertropical Convergence Zone. Around 4 hours into the flight, while cruising at an altitude of approximately 35,000 feet, the plane entered a high-altitude thunderstorm. The pilot struggled to manage the situation. They received conflicting airspeed indications and were unable to assess the aircraft's true speed accurately. The pilots were unable to regain control of the aircraft, leading to a high-altitude stall and subsequent rapid descent. Finally, Air France Flight 447 crashed into the Atlantic Ocean, approximately 680 miles northeast of Brazil's Fernando de Noronha archipelago. The impact occurred with significant force, resulting in the destruction of the aircraft and the loss of all 228 passengers and crew members on board. Don't forget to press the like button, subscribe, and comment what do you think for this plane crash disaster. Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302 was a scheduled international flight from Addis Ababa, Ethiopia to Nairobi, Kenya. The aircraft involved was a Boeing 737 MAX 8. The flight took off from Addis Ababa Bole International Airport in clear weather conditions. Shortly after departure, the pilots reported technical difficulties and requested permission to return to the airport. The aircraft experienced erratic vertical speed, fluctuating altitude, and difficulties in controlling the airplane. Within minutes of takeoff, the aircraft's nose began to pitch up and down, indicating a possible issue with the aircraft's automated flight control system. It crashed near the town of Bishoftu, Ethiopia, just 6 minutes after takeoff. The impact was significant, resulting in the destruction of the aircraft and a tragic end. Echo Park is a vibrant neighborhood located in the central region of Los Angeles, California. A high-speed pursuit ended in Echo Park Thursday after the vehicle slammed into a power pole and flipped onto its roof. The toppled vehicle now lays a testament to the potential consequences of negligence. Never disregard the law, and please obey the speed on all roads, guys. A mangled mess of downed utility poles and wires, brought down by an oversized truck, made a mess of a morning on Route 61 in Berks County. Amazing spectacular river crossing by car by a driver who has nerves of steel. However, this action is too dangerous for many people, so don't try it because it depends a lot on the type of vehicle and the ability of the driver. There are many other interesting moments as well. Please stay and watch our next videos. Surveillance footage shows a truck falling into a huge sinkhole that opened up on a road in central China's Enshi on December 27, 2020. This is one of the not often but huge dangers of all vehicles when participating in traffic. Good luck, drivers. Don't forget to press the like button, subscribe, and comment. What do you think of these amazing moments? Cologne, also known as Köln in German, is a major city located in the western part of Germany. It's situated along the banks of the Rhine River and is the largest city in North Rhine-Westphalia, which is one of Germany's 16 federal states. The Rhine River runs through the city from south to north. The river plays a vital role in the city's transportation, trade and tourism. The cable car system here, known for its breathtaking views of the Rhine River and the city's iconic landmarks. One Sunday in 2018, it suddenly experienced a mechanical failure. As the cable car came to an abrupt halt, tension and fear spread among the approximately 100 passengers aboard. 32 of the cars were operating when the mishap occurred on Sunday, stranded high above the ground. The passengers' disbelief turned into a mix of anxiety and uncertainty. Each minute felt like an eternity as they anxiously awaited rescue. Finally, the last passenger was brought to safety, greeted by cheers and applause from the gathered crowd. Though shaken, they were overwhelmingly grateful for the skill and dedication of the rescue teams that ensured their rescue from the suspended ordeal. Thank you for watching the video. If you feel it's good, please feel free to click the subscribe button to receive more interesting videos. See you.